All right, Trevor, what game are we playing today?
The name of the rose.
Nice. Do you like the name of the rose?
Yes.
And why?
Because it's a deduction game where you're trying to figure out who everybody is and you don't know who anyone is. And at the end you probably still don't know who anyone is, but you guess anyway, and then you win or lose.
That's right. And you want them to guess who you are?
No, because if you do, then you're more likely to lose.
Okay. All right. So let's take a look at the game.
Okay, so right here we have the suspicion track. Over here is the clue track, and right here is all the monks and events that happen and the clock for the day.
Okay.
At the beginning of your turn, you take 3 cards, and these are what each of the cards look like. There's a monk that could be any different color. There's a building that you can move any monk to, and there's this that you can move either of these guys. So if I were to play this card, I could move the white monk to any building. If I were to play this card, I could move any monk to any building. If I were to play this card, I could move either of these guys to a building.
Okay. And there's different purposes between when you want to do that.
Right. These cards over here are all of the monks. So there's a white monk, an orange monk, a blue monk, a red monk, black, and gray.
Okay.
So these monks are handed out at the beginning of the game. And so there, and here. And then the rest of the cards that aren't used are just placed face down where no one can get them. This monk determines who you are, so I would be the red monk, but I don't want anyone to see that, because if they do, then that's bad.
Alright, so how do you know who wins or loses?
Well, determining on whoever wins or loses is these. This is the clue track down here, and whoever's marker is furthest along loses. Whoever's is furthest behind wins.
So you want to keep your color piece further behind.
Right. But if you keep protecting it too much, people will think that's you, and that's who they'll guess at the end of the game.
And if they guess you at the end of the game, what happens?
Then you move forward. It depends on how many players there are, but you move forward however many times people guess you.
So if 3 people guess you're orange and you are orange,
and there's, say, 4 players, then you'd move forward 12 spaces. So if I moved this white monk to this building over here,
yeah.
Since neither of these is a white tile, the suspicion track up here, the white tile would move forward the sum of these 2 numbers. So that's 8, and so this would move forward to 18, right there.
Because he had no business being in that building.
Exactly.
Okay, what if you moved him to a piece where there was a white tile?
So if you moved him to here, and there's a white tile here, you would take the tile, and he would move back 2 spaces.
Okay, great. Okay. So the time ticks around that date. How much does it tick?
Well, it ticks depending on which card you play. So if I played this card, this number up here determines how many spaces this moves.
Okay. And as it goes around once, then what happens?
Then the day ends and the round ends, and there's 7 rounds.
Okay. And at the end of the day?
At the end of the day, whoever is furthest along on this track up here, which would be white, white would move forward 5 spaces on this track. The next would move 4, 3, and so on.
Okay. And then those all start back over to start the new day.
Yeah.
And then you also have these event tiles down here at the bottom.
And those defy just the basic rules.
Alright, Trevor, what would you rate the name of the rose?
I would rate it a 4 maple.
And why?
Because it's a mystery game and you never know who's who, so you're trying to watch out for who does what with which monk to see if they'll be that monk, or they're trying to do something with another monk which is your monk, and it's just so confusing and it's fun.
Alright, thanks.
Okay.